Year 6. So today we're going to move on from doing our observational drawings in black and white or with shade and tone and pencil, and we're now going to focus on just using colour. We're going to use our colouring pencils and we're going to use them in a Monet style, so very light and very soft to create that soft texture, and I'll show you how. We're still going to use our pencils to do guidelines, so the first task is for you to find, and these can be images you've done before, that's absolutely fine, 2 images that you would like to draw in colour. So you would probably want to find something that has a range of colour and isn't just red, if it was like a ladybird, or if it was just green to be just a tree. You want it to have a bit of range of colour so you can really practice the technique of blending the colours, overlapping them, and doing what Monet did, which was basically to use a lot of colour to create an actual image. Once you have found your 2 images, we're then going to draw out our template for our page, add in our title, and then we will draw. So I will show you the template, the layout, as it's shown also on the document, and then I will pick 2 images and I will show you how to create the Monet style page. So I've got my title of Colourful Nature, and I've got my 2 boxes here. They are 12 centimetres across, 14 centimetres down with a 2 centimetre gap. And as you can see, those fit really nicely onto the A4 page. I'm now going to start to sketch out my natural image in the first box, and then I'm going to show you how to add colour in a soft way like Monet. I have to say, a lot of you did this very well on your introduction pages, and so I'm hoping you're going to continue to do as well or even better today. I have drawn out my guidelines here, and I've used an image, but I haven't used the whole image, so I just wanted to show you what I've done. This one here is my yellow tulip, and this one here is the yellow tulip I've taken it from. So I've kind of done like a snapshot of this centre section here, and if you find an image that you like, but you only want to use a part of it, then please do. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to use my colour pencils, and I'm going to add soft colour. So I'm going to use possibly like a spiral technique to create the texture that Monet did. And we're also going to try and blend some colours. So for example, this stem here in the image goes from a very dark green to a very light green. So I'm going to practice with my blending technique of my pencils, because they're not all just solid colour, especially flowers. The other thing I wanted to say is I was like, oh, what do I pick to do this? So use Google, use a search engine. You can put in the word colourful nature, you can put in the words colourful flowers, you could put in colourful trees, or you can use the images that we've got in the classrooms that I've given out for other tasks. But just make sure that the image is real. If the worrying thing is when you put in colourful flowers, there's loads of rainbow flowers that suddenly appear. They aren't real. So just make sure that what you are doing is colourful, but make sure the colour is real, because sadly, flowers don't come in rainbows. So I just wanted to talk through all the flowers I've done. You can hopefully see that I've tried to blend colour. So I've got orange on the yellow here. I'm using a spiral and a line technique because the lines really help to define the petals as well as the stems. I've even used a bit of black here on the purple. You can use brown as well because they look black. Same here to define these petals on here. I've even got a bit of red in this stem because that's what I saw in the image. And then a bit of orange here again. So this is I would say my main structure of colour I've got in the image. I'm now going to blend in all the green stems and leaves that surround the rest of the flowers to finish off the page. The whole box is full of colour. All finished. I have to say, when I was working on this, I've definitely used the tulips and tried to copy those in a very similar way, but in a Monet style. When I've done the background, I've definitely done more of an impression of what I see. And if you do the same, that's absolutely fine, because he is an impressionist, so it's not supposed to look perfect. It's supposed to look similar to what you see, but it's supposed to have a certain style, softness, and give the impression. I have the impression here of a colourful tulip field, I know it's not a precise drawing because that's not what I've gone for. I've just tried to show the strong colour and the change of line. I'm now going to do my second one, and I think I'm going to go for more of an insect style this time, and I'll show you how I draw it out and how I colour it in. Okay, so here is my dragonfly outline, and here is the one on the computer. So I've literally just done some guidelines to it. I'm now going to add some really strong blue black colour with a green background, and again I'm going to try and focus on the dragonfly, get that as accurate as I see it but still in the soft Monet style, and then I'm going to do an impression of the green, yellow, white, dark green, slightly black background to finish it off. So here is my finished page. I'm going to go into the dragonfly a little bit. What I've done is I've done very soft, quite quick expressive marks for the background, but I have tried to press a bit harder when defining the wings, parts of the limbs and the body and the eyes, just so that does stand out a little bit more compared to the softer background. Because if from far away it blends in quite nicely, which I like. Again, it's quite Monet-like because all of his colours seem to blend as one. But when you look at the details, the dragonfly does stand out just a little bit more. So I'm quite happy with that. I think that's quite successful. An expressive Monet-style dragonfly with green background. I've just finished off my page with a colourful, literally, colourful title and simple brown with the nature section. Please pick images that you are happy to draw would be my main bit of advice, because if you don't like the image, you won't enjoy drawing it, which is part of the main aim. Add your colour expressively, softly, even maybe quite quickly for the Monet style. And then once you are finished, please upload your image to Teams. Thank you.